And so we've come now to the oak tree, Swallowbeck Avenue, where I used to live. Along this section of Swallowbeck Avenue lie two houses, I remember, although I can't remember which ones they actually are. One was for Jan Stevenson, who had a dog, and the dog's name I can't remember, but me and my sisters used to take it for walks. Don't ask me why. And the other house along here, somewhere before this middle bit, was a house belonging to Peter Harrison, who was a friend I knew all the way through infants and junior school, but I don't think he went to LSST. We lost touch after that, but we used to play along here all the time. Exactly halfway down Swallowbeck Avenue now, and this road, Fern Close, that didn't exist. There used to be a turning around point here, but what they've done is they've built downwards here, probably, by the looks of it, most of the way down towards Doddington Avenue. So, built a few extra houses. This was sort of wasteland that they were trying to get turned into houses at the turn of the century when we were last here. So it doesn't come as a surprise to me that about 12 years later here it is. And we're coming towards the end, the bottom of Swallowbeck Avenue now. And to your left round this corner there's a road that goes to a dead end with a little sort of green roundabout. And me and my sisters, we used to cycle around that just for fun. That house there, that's 34 Swallowbeck Avenue. That was my old house. It's not changed except for the white porch thing, which is just a carport. That wasn't there. That's been added. But the garage, you can see at the end, and the house is exactly as we remember it. And my bedroom, in fact, was on this side, closest to the road. So those first two windows leading up to where the red car's parked, yep, that was my bedroom. So the lawns on the other side here have been dug up and replaced with shingle and sort of dotted plants. This was no way this overgrown when we left, so this bit hasn't been tended, but the rest of the garden has pretty much been turned into a sort of gravel type garden. This out here is owned by the council, and there is in fact a gate somewhere along this side here. The gate looks completely hidden by ivy now, but it used to be along there. And on the other side of that gate, which is exactly there by the house, was my vegetable patch. And then on the other side of this wall here, there's a pond which we changed into a sunken garden. And then there's a lot of garden that went all the way along here down to the very end of the road. That at the end of the road is Newark Road again. This is Tritton Road, and this runs all the way down to the Brayford Pool from here. Now, when mid-90s, the council bought half the land. I mean, this was all council rented, this land, and they took it back to build a new house, and then two new houses here at the end, and what used to be our garden that used to run all the way down to the dyke at the bottom. Now, at the time I lived in the house on the other side of this wall, my nan was still married to my granddad. It was before he died, and they lived in a house on Buttery Close, and actually that's not too far away from here. There's the little cutting here which takes you into Swallowbeck Avenue. Here you can see that little cutting there, and basically you just walk all the way down Tritton Road till you're nearly at the dentist, which I showed you before, and then you cross over and go into the estate on the other side of that wall. And you see we've come through now, and Up round there was Buttery Close, where my nan used to live, and here is some houses. This wasn't here, it used to be a spa shop. You can see in fact where the old houses are down there, and the new houses here. That was a spa shop. And so just round this corner is Buttery Close, where my grandparents lived, and my grandfather built a white carport that was attached to an orange gate, sort of a big orange gate, which we used to love climbing over. And my nan tended a rockery in the front garden. Now my granddad died in this house. My grandmother moved. She went to Birchwood with what would become a third husband, and then she moved into a house behind Eastbrook Road, which she only sold 13 months ago. This is her house, and it's completely changed. You can see from the door, the rockery used to be in front of the door, sort of running along there, and it's been gravelled where it used to be grass. However, guess what survives to this day? Yes, indeedy doodah. My grandfather's carport. I think if we go along here, you'll see, yep, that's the carport. And is the orange gate still there? Well, actually, that's a brown gate, that's a different gate. But it's in exactly the same place. So, while some things change, some things never will.